And I was thinking, like, what if we needed something to help us to cool off on this hot day? But let's take a look at some emergency vehicles right here. Although technically, I guess the chopper's not considered an emergency vehicle, but it definitely covers emergencies. So these are the kind of vehicles you would see like at a fire or at like an emergency. So we have all of these are from the 2024. You can tell that because of the little white corner right there. We have first response, the Metro, and another first response. So maybe I should put it in that order. The first response vehicles we have a runway rescue. It's in red this time. They had a different color first. So you can get this in now 2 different colors. This is 3 out of 10 for the highway first response. And for the year 2024, it's number 9 out of 250. Be the first on the scene with these emergency response vehicles. It has a little special feature right here. We could take the little water cannon and bring it up because this is a fire truck basically. And then the next vehicle we have for the emergency response is the 2007 Chevy Tahoe, and it's in white. It's I think I had a yellow version of this one previously. Now it's interesting, they put black on this. There's no black on the front right here, so I thought that was really interesting as well. It's number 7 out of 10 for the emergency vehicles, or the first response vehicles. For the year 2024, it's 57 out of 250. And then the last one right here that we want to take a good look at is going to be the proper chopper. It is Hot Wheels, but where's the wheels? All right, it is number 6 out of 10 for the Metro series. And hi, Pedro. We have number 148 out of 250 for this. And for the Metro vehicles, it is taking the city by storm, one cool ride at a time. Well, I don't know about a ride, but or a cool ride. I guess it's cool up there in the air low and everything. So first I want to take a look at this one because it's not a Hot Wheels car. Well, it's a Hot Wheels car. It's just not a wheels car. Sometimes they do put wheels on the bottom of some of these vehicles that don't look like they would. Like this right here, which we might take a look at that as well. All right, so taking a look at it, there is a rotary blade that spins. I remember some of these you'd have to pull the tail fin out. This one's already fully extended, which is interesting. There is at least 3 different layers of plastic, and I guess if you count the black as a 4th one, that's another one. We got the blue, which tells the tail, the rudders on the, or the what are they called? The rails on the bottom. And then there's the yellow part, which is actually the metal. There's also clear plastic, which is the windows. It's a clear blue plastic. So there's no wheels on this, so it is ironic that they call it a Hot Wheels. They do often incorporate wheels to make it a Hot Wheels. It's originally 2014. And does it roll? Not at all. All right, this is another one that's you would see on an emergency vehicle, like maybe their first response to get people to the hospital while they're putting out the fire. So we have, oh, look at the red rims on that thing. That's nice. And we have, what year is this originally? None of these are new for 2024, but I think this one is one of the newer vehicles. This is originally, well, ironically, it is a 2007 vehicle. Oh, wow, this is mostly plastic. It's plastic on the top. It's got clear red plastic. And then the interior appears to be kind of, I can't tell, that red is really killing it. So I can't tell what the inside is. I want to say gray, but it's hard to tell because that red is really killing it. And then the bottom is where you got your metal at. The bottom is a blue metal, or it's metal painted blue. All right, now this one, not the best wheels in the world. So it's not the smoothest of the rides I've ever had on this table. Maybe the table's getting bumpy from being so hot lately. That's why I've not been very encouraged to take some make some videos. It's just been so hot. And then this one is actually my piece de resistance of all of these. I like the big wheels on it. Let's just take it out and take a look at it. It's going to roll better. I can already predict it unless there's a broken axle. So let's take a look at this one. I love those big wheels. We got yellow right there for the clear plastic that makes up the windows in the top layer. We got the, well, the fire doesn't have anything else. It just lifts up and that's it. That I thought it had like a little thing that went side to side. So you have to be facing the fire. You can't just have it turn left and right. It is mostly plastic as well. There's red parts. Wait a minute, hold on. Is there any metal in this? Okay, I guess the bottom. If anything's metal, it's got to be the bottom. And even though that's weird that it's usually there's like not as clear details on the bottom. This was originally a 2018, I think it says. I can't tell. Can you read it? I really don't like this light. I replaced the lamp with a evidently more yellow light. I'm not very fond of the yellow. It makes it feel warmer in here. All right, so we got the clear yellow, the red plastic. I guess you consider this a white layer because that red plastic also makes the seats inside. And the bottom is probably the metal, I'm guessing, if there's any metal. All right, all that aside, whoa, much better. You can tell it's a totally, not only is it not as loud, it's, you can tell how much smoother it is. Yeah, it doesn't take nearly as much energy to push this one. This one is slowed down from just the lack of free-rolling wheels. So that clearly takes away your kinetic energy. So we got these two vehicles that roll. Let's take a look at one more vehicle that is loosely interpreted in this. We got a vehicle that will cool down things. This is called Mad Splash. Now this is not from 2024. It is from 2023. It's number 168 out of the 250 cars they made for 2023. The light blue with the black or the darker writing on top of it is 2023. Now, if you have the opposite, which is like dark right here with lighter writing, that's 2022. All right. It's Hot Wheels Metro, so it kind of belongs in this section right here. Number 6 out of 10, but these are different years. So this one was also 6 out of 10. So they're both 6 out of 10s, but different years. Sometimes if it's 6 out of 10. For the next year, it's the same car, just like the third color of paint or whatever. All right, so when I was a kid, I went to boat drags all the times in the summer. My dad had a boat. He would be one of the people responsible. He'd get paid to basically, after they would tow the boats down to where they start at, and they go 2 boats side by side, and then bing, 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 and they were boats that looked like this. And they would drag race down the lake, and over at Hollow Lake. I think it's called Hollow Lake. It's over in High Point, North Carolina. Let's see, this one was originally a 2011, but it does have wheels, and that's what I think is pretty cool, that they've incorporated wheels, even though it's a boat, but the watery part has clear wheels, and I think that's really neat. I love how they incorporated that into it. So we got metal on top. That yellow part is metal. There is a very little bit of translucent plastic for the window. Chromed gold. I like that chrome gold. That looks good. It looks even better if you have the yellow light. Ugh. Then we also have a layer of black plastic under it. Now, I wondered if these would come undone, like you could take it off like you can some other things, but I don't think you can because it's bolted down. It would be cool if it could. Then you can like play with it without the shell, and then I would probably, me personally, I would put the shell on other things, like the Starship Enterprise, Micro Machines. All right, so yeah, this is this is like my favorite out of all these. This is definitely my favorite out of the 2024 ones that I've opened today. But this takes the cake. Let's see how rolled it wheels. English. It's very loud. So it's not the smoothest roller, but it's also got clear plastic, which means in 20 years this is not going to hold up too well. Clear plastic is just something it don't always break down. It doesn't always break down because I do have micro knots from 1970s that are fine. They haven't broke down or anything. I also have some figures that were clear back in the 80s and the 90s even that are sticky or they crumbled. So it just depends on who made it or how they made it. This one says Mad Splash Water Taxi. There's no way this is a water taxi. It's probably just some kind of theme going on. This is definitely a drag, boat. All right, so as far as the actual width of these, how long they are, they're all about the same. So let's just measure one of them and get that out of the way so we can see how long it is. All right, we have inches. It's close to 3 inches, which is what you normally get for a Hot Wheels car. That's why scaling is not something, if you want something true scale, Hot Wheels cars will not have a true scale to them. They say they're 1/64 scale, but when a school bus is the same size as a Miata, they're not in scale. There's no way. All right, so it's 7.5 centimeters long. Now, the helicopter is a little bit different. It's 9 centimeters long. It's poking past it. That's why I was a little bit surprised you didn't have to roll it out. It's 3.5 inches long, actually. So this helicopter and this all appear to be in scale. This thing, I've seen one of these in real life. It's about, yeah, that's about in scale. It's probably a little bit on the small side because those things, well, in real life, those things come out a little bit larger. And whenever they tow them on the back of a truck on the little things, they lower them down into the water. You know, gosh, my brain is having a fart. They're up a little bit like that. At least most of the ones I've seen, so they can clear people. Now, I do have a funny story about this. Whenever it was getting dark and they were trying to get a boat towed in, I took a picture and my flash, oh my gosh, I had no idea it was going to cause so much damage. The flash, it suddenly made everybody drop the engine because they were trying to, sometimes the boats broke up, so they had to repair them. And there's, who did that? Who did that? I was like, uh-oh. It was so dark you couldn't tell who did it, so I just put the camera in my pocket. It's like, not me. I was only like 12. I mean, no. I was evidently not very smart about taking pictures of people trying to do work at night. So, they might be coming after me now that I made that confession on live video. All right, so let me know in the comments, which one's your favorite vehicle out of all of these and why? I got it backwards ranked. This is my favorite, then this, then the white one, and then the chopper. Get in the chopper. All right, I'm going to come back on in a few minutes. I'm going to take a break. I've got one of these I would like to open and see what's in it. Then maybe even make a separate video and have this open because I don't want to wait till Friday to do some of this stuff. I want to get it done. I want to open it. And I could call it What's in the Box or something like that. What is it, Wednesday? You like the helicopter's your favorite? It would be. I remember having a helicopter where you pulled out the thing. It had a better, in my opinion, it had a better design to it. More, I don't know, more squarish, I guess. This one's cool, though. I mean, this one's a really cool helicopter, but I don't know. I just kind of like the whole pulling out the tail thing. You know, this thing right here, it slid out. But anyway, that's cool. This one is really impressive, personally. All right, well, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys